it's a good question because I actually think that MCPs, they are overrated or maybe overused is the best word to talk about them. So, and maybe that's going to plug into why Tidewave web exists. So this is going to be good. All right. So I'm going to tell my story and how I found MCP and how I first fell in love with MCP. And then we can talk about how I fell out of love with MCP, and that should cover
Perfect.
the whole journey, right? So when we started having like Copilot in VS Code, right? When we start having like this very rough idea of coding agents running in our editor, right? I was like, oh, this is very exciting, right? Like I can now like talk to AI about the code. Maybe it can help me understand the code base, right? I was not sure exactly what I was going to get, but I was curious about the possibilities. So what happened is that, and I think this was about almost a year ago, that the Anthropic and the Zed folks, they announced MCP, and MCP is a way we can basically bring our own tools to the coding agent. So now I can say, oh, I can now bring this compiler knowledge that I know we have in Elixir, bring it to the agent. So now the agent, if it wants to fetch documentation about something, if it needs to execute some code, if it needs to read the logs, I have the tools to extend the agent. And then for me that was perfect because now I no longer had to be like saying, hey, like add compiler information, and then they'll be like, who are you? And then but now I can just do it myself, right? I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can do it myself. I can build the tools and I can hook them in. And so that's what MCP generally is a way to hook external tools into your coding agents. And we have MCPs for everything. We have MCPs for GitHub, Figma, Sentry, basically for everything. And I think that's a good introduction.